Hi, everyone.
Welcome to Water Riff Radio, where we dive deep into the currents of health, water, and consciousness.
Mm.
Today, we are going to talk. I'm so sorry. This is Miss Jill, and I am Miss Amanda. And today, we are going to talk about your next level starts at the foundation. Oh my goodness. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh my gosh.
It's a good day.
Oh my gosh. One of our favorite topics.
So today we are discussing the unseen systems that determine how a home functions.
Mm-hmm.
Because history shows us something consistent. Civilization advances not through decoration, but through infrastructure. And water is infrastructure. Not only the water we drink, but the water that touches our skin, our fabrics, our food, our air, and environment. Every single day without pause. Most homes remain connected to water systems engineered for multiple convenience, but not private well-being. They meet minimum standards. They were never designed to support optimal living.
Mm-hmm.
Pureway exists for households that no longer confuse adequacy with excellence. It adds no salt, it creates no waste, and it simply improves the conditions of life continuously and without spectacle. And this is not a discussion of technology as novelty. Pureway doesn't announce itself, it integrates. And it works quietly, improving every tap, every shower, every appliance in your home. And once such a system becomes familiar, without it, you begin to be like, how did I ever live without this before?
Mm-hmm.
So what would change for you and your family and your pets if every drop of your tap or every drop of water entering your home worked in your interest rather than working against it? What if it was hydrating and clean versus dirty and contaminated?
Mm.
Think about that for just a second. Tell us what would change in your home if every drop was clean and pure. Let us know in the comments below. And if you are catching this on replay, hashtag replay for us.
Absolutely. And maybe at this point, you don't know what it would feel like to not have to use like conditioner any longer, for your hands not to feel like sandpaper when you wash them at the tap and things like that. And it's okay. It's okay until you notice that kind of thing. You don't know. And yeah, we're just here to share.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So let's go into the moment of awareness for us and who we are. Who are we? Who are you?
Who are we?
For us, and when I say us, Amanda and I, the decision was not emotional at all. It was logical. It was purely logical. Amanda and I met through Kangen water, hydrogen enriched water, through the company Enagic, and we each own a Kangen system, the ionizer we talked about in our last class. And we both had experienced firsthand the benefits of that technology. Now, in Amanda's case, hydrogen water entered her life during a critical moment, her partner's cancer diagnosis. She was led to hydrogen rich water because of the documented antioxidant properties and its potential to support the body during immense psychological stress. And the results were compelling enough that she sought it as a meaningful alternative to more aggressive interventions. Now, my path was a little bit different, but the conclusion was the same. We all are led to the same things with different circumstances, if you will. I was focused on long-term health and creating a low-tox environment for my home and my property, not only for myself, but for my animals, who are often more sensitive to environmental contaminants than humans. As I began to research more deeply, one fact became unavoidable. It's not genes alone that determine health outcomes, but the environmental signals that activate or suppress them. For example, having the gene for just so say dementia, Parkinson's, that seems to be coming the norm here lately. Not everybody gets it just because you have the gene, but certain toxins and stressors will actually turn those on. And that's why we're so passionate about what's in your water, because that's where all the toxins lie. Water is one of the most constant signals that the body receives. And at that point, it became clear that treating water at a single tap was insufficient. My ionizer would improve what we drank and what I cooked in, but it didn't address what I bathed in, shower or bath. Mind you, you can put a shower filter on, but your bath is not filtered, or my taps at every bathroom. So then you're looking at, brushing your teeth, washing your face in toxic tap water. Not only that, what about the clothes or the you wash your clothes in the washing machine, but you're washing it in toxic water. We don't think about that, but we're still washing them, drying them, and putting them back on our body, which if our skin is the largest organ, we're just kind of putting all that back in. For me, my animals were exposed to this. I had animals from rescue with issues, and the water was never addressed. It was just give them another supplement, give them more medication, give them this, give them that. Everything was going on them, in them, but nothing was being detoxed and removed from them. This is what got me so excited. We wanted to know what exactly was in our water, right? And more importantly, how much it could actually be removed, and full transparency. And going down that rabbit hole, let me just say this: not all filters are equal. And just because they say they remove this stuff, it's very hard to find the certifications and the level at what they remove. That's why with PureWay, when we came through PureWay and even the ionizer, like, full transparency is key. If you think you're filtering out 100% or even 99% of something, yet you're only filtering 50%, wouldn't you want to know? If that's what turned your genes on, wouldn't you want to know? I
Heck
think
yeah, I'd want to know.
yeah, that's our right. But that search for clarity is what led us to PureWay. We were looking for water that supported the entire household, not just drinking water or bathing water, continuously and without compromise, and something that electricity could, if the electric went out, it would still be working. Unlike other systems, there was nothing out there. Something that we could use without salt or maintenance, like, we'll go into that later, and something without wastewater that contradicted our environmental values. So a filtration system should be able to filter every drop at every tap, period. So because any system that solves one problem by creating another is not a solution. It's a trade-off. And I mean, for myself, when I speak to people, like, this is what I'm finding is you get this, but not this. And for Man and Us and I, we get both. You can have both. And that's what we want to educate people on. PureWay offered something differently fundamental, a whole home system designed to remove contaminants, not just redistribute them, to support health without added complexity, and to operate quietly in the background, doing its work without requiring justification. And I love that. I am a single person living in my home, and I want to be able to maintain whatever I have on my own without having to call someone in to maintain it for me. So at that point, the decision made itself pretty much. It was pretty impactful. So, I mean, does it become clear how small continuous exposures quietly shape daily life and our skin and our health and our genes, our genetics? That's huge. Absolutely huge. So let's
So
go
cute.
on to education here. This now it's getting juicy. Juicy. Go ahead.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. So we are going to do a little edumacating. And again, you can see the slide and feel free to read all that because those are really the benefits. Those are the most important things that this company offers, right? So we are a proprietary company and we are very transparent when it comes to certain things, or when it comes to all things, I guess, not certain things, but we are very transparent. There's been a lot of conversations that I have been in lately that it's like, oh, what contaminants do they remove and what percent? And they're like, oh, well, I just have two, and then it says things smaller than this. And I'm like, what percentages? And they're like, it doesn't say. For me, that's not transparency. If I have to dig around and reach out to the company for answers, that tells me they're not transparent about other things, which then installs doubt in me.
Mm-hmm.
So, Pure Way, we can literally say we are removing 99.99% of contaminants. And these include heavy metals, microbiologicals, and there are over 14,000 variations of PFAs, which Jill and I have talked about at a previous lesson.
Mm-hmm.
So to be aware and knowing that your system literally reduces the contaminants by almost 100% blows me away. And if you do know another company that does that, please reach out to me and let me know. We don't use salt, which is huge. So now we're avoiding corrosion, residue, chemical exchange, while maintaining a balance when it comes to installing plumbing, appliances, skin, fabric. And then you have no electricity. If the grid goes out, your water is still clean.
Oil, or a boil alert.
Or a boil alert. Yes.
Not an oil alert.
A boil alert. Like those are huge and they're happening more and more frequently from what I hear. I personally haven't came in contact with that, but I've heard a lot of people that is their concern. And if a boil alert goes out to your city, you're safe and you know that. And that is a huge weight off the shoulders. So you don't have to worry about that. Mm-hmm. And we have zero waste. There is no waste in this. We are not wasting, we are purifying.
Absolutely.
Whoop, whoop. Because again, RO, you waste double of what you actually consume.
Yes. And who wouldn't want a smaller water bill as well?
Seriously. Yeah, I would. Mm-hmm. You don't want a smaller water bill. We're going to have to talk and I'm going to have to do what you're doing.
Right.
And this whole home, you guys, it integrates, right? It saves things. It prolongs things going bad, like your fixtures and appliances, like they're all addressed, right? And I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Have a drink of water.
Say that again.
Have a drink of water.
You know, I'm just going to do that. Yes, I sure am. But you guys, all in all, this system captures and kills, which is a huge thing for me. That is one thing that really stood out for me. Capturing and killing. It's not releasing the garbage back into wherever it's releasing it back to. And like Jill says, everything goes back to our water. So making sure you have a system that doesn't waste water, that has no salt, doesn't need electric, eco-friendly, it's affordable, then for the most, I mean, based on all the systems I've seen, it's the most affordable, and it really does have a small footprint. So you are actually saving the planet here. Did you say something?
No, I'm sorry.
No worries. When you actually do your part and get a whole home system.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let's move on. Yeah. So I don't even think we've shown this little baby. I love this, and it's beautiful. I love the white. It's so classic, right? It goes anywhere.
It's beautiful.
So water, when examined properly, It's not merely consumed. It's experienced repeatedly, right? How many times do you touch water every day? Think about that for a minute. When it's cleansed at the molecular level, the home itself changes character. Our homes have energy. They store energy, the energy of all of us, all of your family, all of your pets, all of the people that came before you in that home as well. So it is an experience. Let us consider where this becomes visible in your drinking water. Contaminants, when contaminants are removed, the body is relieved of constant defensive labor because your body is always trying to remain or keep homeostasis. So it's hustling, it's in hustle mode to keep up, right? Hydration becomes efficient rather than compensatory. Compensatory. Energy stabilizes, mental clarity improves. That's why I told Amanda, hey, take a drink of water. The absence of burden is often mistaken for improvement, when in fact it's simply normal function restored. Love that. Yet it's the least that we acknowledge. It's the least of our priorities. Oh, have you thought about your water? Cooking in water, flavor is not enhanced. It's no longer obscured. Food cleans properly. Ingredients express themselves accurately. Have you ever tasted or bit into a strawberry without glyphosate on it? Have you? Can you truly say that you have? Like, it's a completely different taste. Meat, even meat. Yes.
So different.
Tomatoes, like all your produce, fruits, all of that. I mean, it comes with a glue, even organics, they are not out of this category. But preparation becomes simpler. Many discover the same conclusion independently, that the water had been the limiting factor all along. And that's what we talk about constantly. What about bathing? Skin absorbs what it encounters. And when chlorine, heavy metals, and PFAS are removed, dryness diminishes, irritation subsides, and hair regains texture. I had a client the other day that said, I stopped using conditioner and detangler because I didn't need it any longer. I didn't realize that my water was doing that. But what had seemed like individual sensitivities reveal themselves as environmental responses. Oral
And
care. Go ahead.
really quick, like let's go back to bathing water really quick because we don't think our skin issues are we think our skin issues are something else.
Hmm.
And of course, they are something else. It's emotional, right? Everything starts from an emotion, but also it's the water. Like I've never had skin issues up until moving to Arizona where the water is awful.
Oh my gosh.
And
Yes.
that's where I'm like, holy crap, I need something for the whole home.
Hmm.
So just check your water. Check your water. Like if you're developing skin issues or change your water, filter it, and then see.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go get a prescription. Don't, it could literally be as simple as changing your water. All right, Miss Jill, go on to oral care.
So, yeah, can't say that enough. The mouth. I mean, how many times, even when you take supplements, they say take a sublingual. If you put it under the tongue, it goes immediately in the bloodstream. Well, so do all those chemicals. And reducing chemical exposure at this point prevents micro injury and inflammation that often goes unnoticed until it accumulates. And what I'd actually found interesting this morning is it's called infinite iodine, which turns into iodide when it hits a certain part of the body. And what I didn't know until this morning was that chlorine alone and PFAS actually, they pull, what is it? They pull calcium out of your teeth. They leach it, excuse me, not pull it, leach it. They leach it out of your teeth, which if you have cavities or you have like receding gums or anything like that, consider changing your water. Definitely. Facial care, your skin, largest organ. Your skin care ceases to compensate for what water disrupts, and products absorbed as intended. So when you have the clean water, whatever you're putting on your face, you're going to utilize less and it's going to absorb better because your skin's not going to be so full of toxins. Balance returns and the daily routine becomes cooperative rather than corrective. And quite honestly, you will use a heck of a lot less product because your body's able to absorb it properly. Then we go into laundry. This blows my mind. I never thought I'd want clean water in my laundry. Who cares? Who cares, you know? But now washing my clothes without the toxins and especially the chlorine you can smell, right? We always look at what we can see and what we can smell and taste. If you can't see it, it's probably not there. But when you start seeing the difference, like stain remover, chemicals to remove stuff, you don't need nearly as much as that. You know, textiles, your laundry function as witnesses. Chemical exposure hardens the fibers, dulls color, and irritates skin. I mean, have you had like, remember the old t-shirt from back in the day you don't want to get rid of because it's so, the fibers are so broken down. You can probably tear it so easily because the fibers are so broken down and we don't want to get rid of it. That's what happens with these chemicals and chlorine. Clean water reverses this quietly, extending lifespan and comfort. Families with children, pets, or sensitive skin observe this almost immediately. It's pretty amazing. And what you can see, obviously, is what we believe, right? So then we look at sustainability. With this system that you're looking at, this little beauty here, you see stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. I won't go into the science of how it works, but each one is a standalone cartridge, really. And like Amanda said, you know, your microbiologicals, this is the only system that I'm aware of, and we've been through a lot that actually captures the microbiologicals. Those are the cysts, parasites, and things. It kills it and it contains it. So it doesn't put it back out in the system to accumulate in our municipalities. And we'll probably go into a more of a deep dive on that if this is something that you're actually interested in looking at for your home. This does not require electricity, salt, no chemical additives, no wastewater. You don't need someone out to come maintain it like other systems. If the electricity goes off, your water is still filtered. Your water is still filtered.
That's huge.
It is huge. And you know, even if it's not health concerns, even just logically, when you put all those costs together, like people are getting systems that they cost less, but in the long run, it is that ever changing or ever needed maintenance. And when you don't have the funds or the budget for maintenance, what do? You don't maintain.
Let it go. You let it go.
Yeah. And that's the whole reason for the system. So anyway, this is not an ecological posturing. It's just such an efficient design, which is why we absolutely loved it. Loved it. So let me actually change the slide. I'm getting good with the slide.
You are crushing it with the slides.
I know, it's like I'm multitasking and I'm getting used to it. So this, I just want to go over really quick. Oh, did I change the slide? No, I did not. Okay, I was crushing it. Let's go.
Still are.
So one of the biggest benefits of this system alone is the minerals. And we'll talk later about, you know, RO and all the different options out there. You can keep the good minerals or you can strip them and add these minerals back synthetically. Our system keeps these minerals. These are so important. Calcium, magnesium, and potassium. Just wanted to pass that on because it is so important that you get the natural version, not a synthetic version. It's it's a return to functional alignment when you have this kind of system. So can you perceive how consistently this shapes your quality of life? Do you see how this could fit in your daily routine? Let me know in the comments if you can see that. Oh. And I'm still sorry I'm missing the comments. I will check back on those shortly.
They are all checked.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. This is such a skill.
You're doing it.
Isn't
Doing great.
it? Oh my gosh. Cool. Okay. So let's go into lifestyle.
Of course. So in your home, Pure Whey requires no attention, like other systems where they require a ton of attention.
Mm.
And this is kind of how it works. Like every faucet, every wash cycle, every shower operates under one thing. Your Pure Whey system. You don't need reminders. You don't need adjustments. You don't need to backwash. You don't need the maintenance. You don't need any of that. You just need the system set up right at the beginning. You kind of flush everything and then it's good.
Mm-hmm. And the value lies not in the novelty, but in absence. The absence of compensation, interruption, and effort. It just works in the background. What would it mean for your home to require less management overall? Aren't you busy enough? I know I am. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And to be worried about, oh, did we clean that? Oh, is there mold there? Oh,
what do we
are we
do?
sure we're drinking clean water?
Right.
Like, you don't want that. You don't want to go back and forth with that. Like, this wants to be a peace of mind.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Where it's like, heck yeah, I am protected. I don't need salt. We don't waste water because we love the environment. Like, we are just cruising.
Right. Even if you're not the go green person, like you are doing your part. You're doing your part. Definitely.
100%. So there comes a moment when you got to make a decision. Really.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where are you tolerating things that you really shouldn't be tolerating? Like, where are you compromising your value because of X?
Mm-hmm.
Not from like a dissatisfaction, but from awareness. Like, Pure Whey removes the need to negotiate with conditions that no longer serve. Like, this is proprietary, like the only thing that exists like this.
I love that. And when the foundation improves, confidence replaces vigilance. It's not just indulgence, it is discernment. Definitely. So, does it land that refinement often appears subtle, yet changes everything? Meaning the smallest of something makes the largest impact. We just need a little time to understand that.
100%. I love that.
So let's go into some shop with us. Let's go over what's currently out there. Let's do a comparison.
Absolutely. So you guys, the most common hesitation isn't the cost. Oh, wait. Sorry, my bad. It's more familiar. Why can I never? It's always this word. Jill, help me out here.
Familiarity?
Okay, I'm not the only one. I appreciate your help. Thank you. So let's go through what we actually are familiar with. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Pitcher filter, like your Brita.
Who had one?
Let us know in the comments. I was one of those. We get excited because we have probably did a lot of this and thought, oh my God, I'm taking care of myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. So, I don't even know how to go about doing this. So we all want better, right? And you don't know what you don't know. Mm-hmm. But your Brita filter, I believe they're in a lawsuit, or we're in a lawsuit because they didn't actually do what they said they were going to do.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really a filter, it just improved the taste
Mhm.
of your water. So you wouldn't even think twice about it.
Mhm. Which is okay.
Yes. Again, you didn't know what you didn't know. I was so proud of my Brita filter. I have to say, oh goodness, to go back to that little Amanda and be like, you're so amazing.
It's a start. I mean, it is a start. Like you're aware of the smell and the taste, definitely.
And you're so excited when you're like, holy cow, I'm doing better. You think
Hmm.
you're doing better
Hmm.
um, because you don't
Well,
know what you
you
don't
are.
know.
It's a step forward. I love that.
It
You know,
is.
and we're not taught this stuff in school either, or by people around us because, well, we never really had to be aware of it. Like we don't know, we didn't know all these were being dumped in our waters and such as well. I mean, until like the news media started coming out and like lawsuits with Flint, Michigan, and all the people that were sick and died and permanent, issues, and Aaron Brockovich. I mean, we weren't really made aware of all of these types of things until those came to light. So even though it was horrifying, I mean, we're kind of thankful that that happened to bring us to this point. Um, and a lot of times, like these are with your pitcher filter, your fridge filter, and your carbon. You see this large carbon filter down here. It's just meant to make your water taste better. If you're not smelling chlorine in your tap water, you're getting the chemical of chloramine. That is a mixture of chlorine and ammonia, which cancels out the smell. You got one or the other in there, no matter what. I can assure you, because we need that in our pipes. We need that in our pipes. We just don't need it in our homes. So yeah, if that wasn't in our pipes, we would have a lot more items to filter for sure. But with a pitcher filter and a fridge filter, you can't bathe in it. You can't really brush your teeth in it. Can't take a bath in it. If you're
That's funny. I'm
just
sorry.
drinking clean water, can you imagine filling that up, like trying to fill a tub with this cold
Heck
fridge
no.
water?
I've had
Ah,
to do that quite a few times and no.
oh my gosh. But just imagine you're drinking all this amazing clean water, but then you go shower in the toxins, which skin absorbs it in what, under 5 to 10 seconds? It's like, anyway.
And, oh, sorry.
No, no.
And if you don't believe us there,
Yeah.
let us know because then we could either set up a Zoom and have you do it in front of us,
Yeah.
or we can just tell you what to do and you can go check it out.
Well, and we've done it in quite a few of our episodes, like how quickly your skin will absorb it. I like the science. I like showing other people, even showing myself, like blow my mind. It's like that happens so quickly. We don't see what we absorb with air and water. It's crazy. So when you are shopping, like you might be shown a carbon filter like this, a big old tank. Again, it just removes chlorine and some, you know, other little things to make your water taste better. And then you look at these alkaline water units, they're not all the same. Trust me. And Kangen water is not really an alkaline water unit at all. So I won't even categorize that. But Kangen water, it has a filter. It's not meant to filter everything. It's meant to bring your water to life, create living water through
Living
hydrogen.
structured water.
So that's a game changer. But again, alkaline water unit, structured water units, they're not meant to filter all of this out, and especially with a boil alert. Yeah, good luck
So if
there.
you do, if you are interested in the ionizer, there's one that tops them all. Don't be fooled. And it's not a filter. That is something that we do try to tell everyone. Like it
Mhm.
serves other purposes and it works in conjunction with.
Yeah,
But your little ionizer does amazing things, but it's not your filter.
no, it will take your water to the next, like to the next level. Again, that's
And
how Amanda and I met, right?
and if you are interested in both and how they actually work together, we will be doing that amazing class next week, next Wednesday. So tune in for that.
Oh, yeah.
And then you can ask all your questions and then we can get all of those answered for you.
Mm-hmm. Let's move on to the next slide. The next slide here. I love this slide. So at this point, let me know, do you feel like this could impact your health at this time with anything in your daily routines and all of that? Could you simply just function better? Your kids, your pets, yourself, your plants? Can you imagine
Yes.
more plants? Man, oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. So let's move on to slide 8.
You're on slide 8.
Now we're going at, do you want to go over this? The RO systems and things like that?
Yeah, I sure can.
Okay.
So
Absolutely.
again, familiar. I just walked myself into saying that word again. Familiar,
Familiarity.
familiar. Anyways,
Familiarity.
yes, that word. So
I love it.
these are the things we're used to, right? We are familiar with all of these. And RO seems to be top of the cake for a lot. Everyone knows a softener, right? But a lot of people think a softener is a filter, and it's not. It's a softener, right? It makes your water feel good.
I was guilty.
My parents are guilty of that one. Were.
Were. Thank you.
And then under the sink ROs. Again, one sink, lots of waste, synthetically adding things back.
Mhm.
And it costs, you guys, it costs a lot to run these things. And with the huge amount of waste and stripping everything out, like you're only covered on one tap
Mhm.
because your body, I'm all over the place right now because it's like, I got all these things I want to say.
Mhm.
RO was never meant to actually be drank. It was really meant for cooking. But how it became the top of the top is because it was the only thing that actually filtered out all the things.
Well, not everything, but mostly all the things. Yeah.
Mostly all the things.
Not to correct you, but
No, it's okay.
I
Correct
thought
me.
that too. Oh.
And it also requires electricity, backwashing, waste, pumps, maintenance, tanks, service,
Mm.
like all the things. And I don't want to read this slide for side because, again, we know there's wastewater. We know an RO system is up there in price. We know bacteria can form around that. It clogs easy. And it strips away, again, your healthy minerals. Your body it cannot take synthetically added things and make them what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like our bodies are like, I don't know what you are because you're foreign.
Right. I don't know what you are. Go ahead.
Exactly. And then your whole home, right? It is still RO. There is high water, slow production, again, a lot of back waste.
Mhm.
Healthy minerals are depleted and requires a lot of filter changes along with a lot of maintenance. And again, I'm not going to keep saying the same thing over and over, but it does need space. It does take up room, storage, pumps, and makes a dent
Mm.
in your water bill.
And not only that, like these, when you're comparing apples to apples and not apples to oranges, we got a lot of, well, our RO system, which is under the counter, is only $3,000 or something like that. Um, they compare it to our system, and it's like, no, you need the whole picture of the whole home system. And one of these whole home RO systems, mind you, it includes all of that, your salt tank to take out your calcium carbonate, um, which you have to fill it with salt to keep it going. But it also requires the holding tank. So with these type of systems, if you don't have one, there's a lot of like updated tank technology, if you will, but it has to filter 4 gallons of water just to hold 1 gallon of filtered water for you to use in your shower or your cooking or your drinking or anything like that. So you really have to wait for it to actually replenish itself at that time. So not only is it inconvenient, but if you see down here, these run between $15,000 and $30,000, depending on who you're buying them from, if you will. And the other thing is they're not proprietary for the most part. I shouldn't say all. Um, these are systems that a company will purchase and put their name on it. I actually ran into this when I was in the HVAC industry and understanding what I was looking at here. So it's not proprietary. It's a good technology. It's just outdated and it's very costly. So I don't want to go into bad stuff because it does filter things and it is cost effective on the front end, but not on the back end. There's maintenance, outdated tanks and things like that need to be upgraded. And with PureWay, I have to say, we've got the warranty. We can out warranty them. And along with filter changes and all of that, like we've got everybody beat because we're able to filter up and coming toxins and as well, emerging toxins, because about every week there is something new that's emerging from all of the gunk that's mixing in our water. And if you've seen some of the things that they're now able to dump in the water, it's something to look at, if that makes sense.
It's great.
Oh my gosh. Anything else to add to that?
No, I think we covered pretty much all of that.
So let's go into slide 9. And we wanted to put this on there because of, again, total transparency. Even us helping our clients do their due diligence and research. We're not here for the transaction. We're actually here to educate and help people understand water, period. If this is something that, you're good with, not having full transparency with what you're buying, that's totally okay. No judgment there. But as societies adopt higher standards, those prepared for them recognize the moment without persuasion. If something in what you've heard feels reasonable, even obvious, that's the intuition informed by understanding. As we discussed, our greatest core value is transparency. And that's knowing what your filtration removes and how much of it is removed. So here in this slide, we have certified filtration components. We are third-party testing. No, we're through testing, which means that every component goes through certification. We remove chemicals, which include the byproducts of chlorine, pharmaceuticals, chlorine, chloramine, pesticides, PFAS, and VOCs. VOCs are those chemicals that go down the drain, like paint thinner, pesticides. When you wash your hand and you've got cosmetics on your face, everything is a VOC. Cleaning products. We remove sediment, biofilm. Do you know what biofilm is? That's huge. Fragments, oxidation, iron, fine particles, microplastics, sediment, sand, rust, and silt. This is what clogs most filtration systems. We remove metals, iron, lead, chromium, arsenic, mercury, nickel, copper, and zinc, and the biologicals. Bacteria, viruses, parasites, cysts, and I can't read that, odor.
I think odor. Mm-hmm.
Now we We don't just remove them, we capture them, we kill them, and we contain them so they're not redumped back into the system. That's huge. We are proprietary. We do not buy our equipment from another company and put our name on it. That's huge.
Yeah, can you go through that? I think someone in
Oh,
the comments, sorry, asked what that actually meant. Yeah.
What?
Per-
Oh, proprietary.
yeah.
Proprietary just means it is we created it, not we personally, but Mr. Shume created it out of technology that was commercial for mental, dental, and medical grade commercial use. Um, and it actually came from the owner's wife being contaminated in the dental chair through a routine dental cleaning. She was contaminated with mercury toxicity. They had no idea because, again, we don't know until we know, but their son was born without a hand. And of course, what in the world happened? And they actually traced it back to mercury contamination. This is not a made up story. Oh my gosh, this is solely what happened. And he had went through, this had gone through courts and everything, and this is where major change came through in the water industry, water filtration industry. And so now PureWay, this filtration process is now taken from the commercial use to homes like ours. So it is huge. It is huge. And it's finally here, which is why we can keep updating all of these products because it's proprietary. We don't have to go through another company to be like, hey, can we look at maybe, upgrading our filtration? And that's the only reason I say about RO and all those systems, it's old technology. It's not bad, but it's old and outdated. We have so many more emerging contaminants coming through. I hope that helps. Was that better?
Yeah.
Okay. I know it can be a lot. Oh, gosh, 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 gosh. So if you would like to explore PureWay and see if it aligns with your home, just reach out, send us the word PureWay. There's no pressure, only conversation. We will actually go over a water report for your municipality. It's nothing that just we have access to. We'll show you how you have access to it already. We give you the tools for you so that, you don't need to come to us. We want to empower you to make the choice for yourself, what's right. But if it's something that resonates with you, just reach out and let us know. We would love to help you. Absolutely. So let me move on.
Ta-da! And we truly appreciate each and every single one of you for being here.
Mhm.
And if this hits something, like share it. Share it with other people, share it to your page, get the word out about clean water. And if this is something that you feel like, reach out. Let's schedule a chit chat. No obligations. Let's get your
Mhm.
questions answered. And we'll go from there. Oh,
Absolutely. Because, we want people to get clear on their new year. And when you're looking at going into debt for the holidays and carrying that over, um, the system is the fraction of the cost of any of these other systems out there. And for just replacing your bottled water bill every month, you can own one of these systems and we'll show you how. That's all.
and that's the thing, like how much bottled water do you actually buy? What are
Mhm.
you spending monthly? Do that math because sometimes it'll blow you away. I know when we were trying to decide, it's like we literally made list of everything we spent money on. And then it only made sense to do what we did because it's
Mhm.
like, oh, we can keep spending that or we can do this. Yeah, it's a little more upfront, but in the long run, you're not spending all that money anymore.
Mhm. Absolutely. So that's all. That's all. So stay tuned for next week where we actually show you the whole home system as pre-filtration for ionization. Can't say that word.
How these two amazing monsters work together.
And if you're ready to like detox your whole home and go completely tox free, that class is definitely for you. We hope to see you there for sure.
We will
Awesome.
see you next week.
Absolutely. Till
Bye.
then, bye bye.